Hello everyone, I hope you are doing well. In this video, we'll see how we can, upload a Excel file and like how to insert these records in D365 table. Alright, so first of all, what I'm going to do, I will simply, create a runnable class first. And let me create a runnable class. And I will click here, I will say add. So the scenario that I will be taking here is I will use the warehouse table. So first of all, let me declare the warehouse table here, inventory location, invent inventory location, and let me define a buffer here, inventory location. Alright. So when you will go to this table, so there are few mandatory, fields that we need to feed. First one is, let me expand this. So you see there are a bunch of fields available. So we will focus on invent site ID. So a site ID can have multiple warehouse, right? So we need to tell which site ID, and then we are going to focus on this invent location ID because that would be our actual warehouse ID, and then would be name. So first of all, what I will do, I will open my browser here. I will go to that my warehouse form. And let me switch the legal entity first. So to go to warehouse, I will use inventory management module. I'll go to inventory management, and inside my inventory breakdown, I have warehouse section. So I will simply open this. So we'll need a CSV file. Okay, and so what I will do, I will simply export this CSV file. I'll simply click here. I will wait for it to get loaded. And now when we are, if you use, so most of the time you should use CSV only, but there are many times where you will need to use Excel as well. So, writing a code for Excel is much more difficult as compared to CSV. So in the last, video, we have written the code for CSV, but in this video, we'll see how we can, get the same results using Excel. For Excel, you will need to also import some packages as well. So by the time it is loading, let me start writing here. So first of all, let me start writing here. So here you will need to use some Excel packages like the Office and so let me use this. So you need to define this using system.input output one IO, and then Office one using OfficeOpenXML, and then there's also a sub file for that is Excel package. Even though it's not required, but still I will write, and I will say using Office XML dot Excel range. So we'll use this later in our code. I will show you where and how we can use that. Okay, this is still opening. Let me refresh this form, and let me export the Excel first. Okay, by the time it is loading, so we'll start writing code. So we need to do read and write operation. So for that you will use this system.io.stream, and here I will declare a stream because I'm going to use this stream for reading and writing later. So first of all, what I will do, I will create a dialog. Okay, let me say this as dialog. I will create an object of my dialog, and I will say new dialog, and then here I will provide a label. So I will hardcode the label like this is used to import Excel. I will write something like this. So when we'll run a runnable class, so this will get displayed there. Alright, so we are done with this. Now The next step here would be, we'll be creating a dialog group. Okay, now to create a dialog group, let me define dialog group here. So I can simply use this dialog group and I can define an object, dialog group. And now what I will do, I will inside my this dialog group, say dialog group, I can say equals to, I will use my this dialog class. I will say that, and I'm going to add a group here. And here I can provide a label. So a group will be created, and whatever I will, put here, that will get labeled. So I will say this is my group. So, both these text will be displayed when we'll import or when we'll import the Excel sheet. Alright, so we have simply, what we did, we have simply, added our dialog group to our dialog. Till now, nothing fancy. Then, as we'll be doing the import, so we need a form build control. So now I will define a form build control. It's a form build control, and I will name the same form build control. Alright, and now here I can say form build control equals to dialog dot, here I will use this form build design function, and I will say dot control, and here I will say control, and inside control I will need to pass the control name here. So I can get control name from my dialog group dot name. Alright, so my this is ready. Now the next would be, now I will need a file upload build object here. So what I will say, I will simply say file upload build, and here I am going to say file build upload build. And now inside this my file build upload, I will say my form build, copy this, let me copy this, form build control. So there's a function called add control ex, and here if you see, I need to provide my class. So I'm going to use the file upload class here. So I can simply say class str, and I will put here file upload. And then I need to exactly, like provide me a form build, like a string name for my controller. So I will say this is like, this is upload control, something like this. Okay, and we'll use this one later. So you will see the example later. Alright, then here we'll specify the file upload build, and I can provide a style here, and here I need to define my file upload style. So I can say minimum one file upload style, not this one, file upload style, and I can use this minimal one, minimal with file name, and I will close this. Alright, then I can again use this file upload build dot, this time I will tell what all file types will be accepted. So as this is going to be an Excel, so for Excel the type is xlsx, so let us verify as well. Okay, yeah, here you see, let me click on this and let me download. Okay, it's successfully downloaded. So this is my warehouse details. I will open this, so you could see the format is xlsx. I will check I have same in my code. Yep. Alright, so we are done with this. Now what we'll do when our dialog will be closed, then we'll need to do operations, especially in our, what we call Excel cells. So first of all, I will say if my, bring again, do Control Z here. So I will say if my dialog dot run and my dialog dot closed. Okay. So I'll use this closed OK function. So I'll wait for my dialog, to get completed. And now here I will write code, right? And now here we are going to use this file upload. So I'll simply define my file upload. And here I can say file upload control. And now from my dialog, I can get my form run. And from my form run, I can get my control, right? So if you remember, here we need to pass the control ID. And so we need the control ID of this particular upload control because we have used here file upload build, this one. So what I mean to say here is, let me simply, so we need to pass the control ID. So I can simply say dialog dot form run. So as soon as I have form run, I can get anything. Okay, so then I need this control ID, right? So I can use this control ID function, and here I'm going to hard code this control. So I will copy this upload control because I need to feed the ID here. So I will save this and let me close this, and I will close this one completely. Alright, so we are done with this. And then, like as we use the same API, so let me tell you, if you have seen the last video, like how we can upload the CSV file, there also we use this file upload temporary storage result. Let me say this as file upload result. And now here we have this file upload control, this one. Okay, from here I can read my data. So I can simply say dot alright, so the function is get upload get file, yeah, this one, get upload file result. Okay, so here we'll get the data into our this particular file upload result API. Now once we have the data, then other things are very easy. Then what I will do, I will simply check if this file upload result result, this is not equals to null. And the next thing is that I will need to also ensure file upload result. So there is a function dot get upload status. If this will also have the data, so then I want to go inside my loop. And now I'm going to use this particular object stream to read input and output data in Excel. So I will say stream equals to, then I will use this file upload result here, this one, file upload result dot, I can use this open result function here. Yes, and then I'm going to use this using, and I will use this Excel package. I will define an object. I will say package equals to, I can say new Excel package. So package package, and here I can pass this stream, okay, the one which we have defined at the top. Okay, and I will simply close this. And now inside this, we'll do all our operations. So now what I'm going to do, I will simply use this package dot load, and here I need to provide my string, to read and write. All right, so we are done till here. So now we have the data available in this input and output. Now I'm going to use because in Excel we have multiple worksheets, right? So we are going to specify the Excel worksheet class here, and then I can define the object. I can say worksheet equals to, now from my package I have a function called get workbook that is not visible here, but it is available. So from here I can get the workbooks, okay, and then from here I will get the worksheets, and then as I'm only interested in my first one, because I will assume my users are going to provide me records in my first sheet only, so I can say get item. I need the first one. All right, then we are going to use this Office OpenXML dot Excel range, because in Excel we need to provide the range of the cells. So I will define an object here, and from my worksheet, say equals to, from my worksheet I will use this cell call here. Okay, so now I will have everything like all the ranges here. Now from my worksheet, first of all I will need to know my the beginning and the ending. Okay, so for that what I will do, I will define a variable named as integer row count, how many rows I have. Let me give a nice name, row count. All right, and here I will simply say row count equals to, here I can say worksheet dot dimension. So first of all I will subtract it with the last row from my first row. So I'll say end row, I'll say minus, I will use the same function, worksheet dot dimension dot start dot row, and in my first row I will have the name, right? So if you open this sheet, so in our first value you will have the name, right? So you can simply put +1 here. All right, so we are done till here, and now I will use TTS begin and TTS commit here, because now I want to update my records. For that what I will do, I will use my for loop. I can say for integer, or let me define a variable here just next to row count. I will say I have one more variable iterator from which I am going to move. So I will say for iterator, and here I will start from the second one, and I will say iterator is less than equals to my row count, because I need to loop that many times. And here at the end I will simply do a plus plus in my iterator. My for loop is ready. Here I will simply do my insertion. So I want to insert data into my this invent location. So first of all I will say here invent location dot site, or I say invent site id, invent invent site. Let me again put dot here. I will say invent site id. Here from my this range, from my range I can get the exact result from a specific cell. So here I will say range dot get item, and here you will need to specify your row iterator. Then assume in your first row, first of all what I will do, I will prepare a data first. This is my warehouse, right? So let me open this. Let me go and enable editing. So we'll only insert 5 records. So what I will do, I will insert, first of all we need to have site ID first, right? And let me go to front end and find a legitimate site ID. So site ID 1 is the real site ID. Okay, so I will say here 1, and let me do it for these records. All right, so I'm going to delete all these because I don't need this. And here I will put site like let me put something unique. I will say 101. Okay, so these are my site. Here also I will do something like this, 101 site. So from my site also, let me try to, yep. So my data is ready. I'm going to save this. So this data is ready. So now in my first column I have site, then I have warehouse, then I have name. So I will insert the data accordingly. Here I will say iterator in my first row. I have this, and I will say value. Then I'm going to copy same, and I will paste it, and I will paste it one more time. Let me copy it again. Copy, paste, and I will paste it one more time. So my first field is site ID. Now my second field will be event location ID, and my third field is name. And here the first row is for that, the second row is for warehouse, and the third one is for the actual name. And here I will use my insert function. So I'll say invent location dot insert. I'll close this. Let me remove this, save, and let me trigger a build now. We'll see if there are any errors or issues. Okay, there are errors. Okay, let us troubleshoot this. Okay, yeah, here we should have this Excel worksheet. Okay, let me write here Excel worksheet. Right, let me save this. Let me check if there are any other. Okay, now everything looks green. So now I will trigger my build, and we'll see how it goes. Alright, so the build is completed, and now I'm ready to import the spreadsheet. So before import, if you see this used to import Excel, so this is what I have written in label, right, in my dialog, and this is my group. So here you can see this is my group, like it's a group control. And now I will simply import my sheet, this one. Let me import this, and we click OK, because here we have used the param is closed method. Okay, so there are errors. Let me see. At line. So I will insert line. So here I will select on this line. Okay. Alright guys, so the issue is that you see here if you see this dialog.form run.control ID, so our control name was this, but when I copy this, so at that time, so this gets copied instead of copying this one due to the copying issue. So I will simply replace this now, and I will trigger a build again. Alright guys, so the build is completed again, so I will now upload my sheet and I will click OK. Let's see if we have any more errors. Okay, now this looks good. So what I will do, I will refresh my table. Alright, so I've refreshed my table. So we have started the records like so what I will do, I will go to my, yeah, here we go. So you see like 101, 2, 3, 4, 5, these new warehouses gets created, and if you will check the site, yes, you see the site is also there. They all get defaulted for site 1. And where is our name field? Let me check, or let me go to form. So here you see inside our form 101 site, 102, 3, 4, 5. Those 5 records, they get inserted into site number 1. Yes. So this is a tutorial about Excel. So like so the code is quite standard. The only thing you simply need to do some modification. So here we simply used the dialog Excel packages APIs. Yep. So thank you for watching this video. Have a great day ahead.